What else did Florio tweet about? Florio tweeted about something else that got
Guardian caps during the real game.
AJ, your thoughts on the Guardian caps making appearances on Sundays, Mondays, and Thursdays?
Right. To Florio's defense, from what I read, he's not like a proponent saying this should happen, but he's saying if the NFL, if they claim these Guardian caps help that much, then why wouldn't they have them use them in the game, right?
Yeah, well.
Why don't they just make a helmet with them then instead of putting them on the
and then our helmet's going to be how big is that helmet going to be?
Astronaut.
What if you just got a big ass bobblehead on? You know what I mean? Just
real.
The big cap.
And there'll be people that have noggins like this guy that'll use it as a weapon. And there'll be other people that won't be able to figure it out. And all of a sudden, we got Ohio wielding a weapon on every single field. Yeah, we got to worry about that type of stuff. But aren't they building position-specific helmets already?
Yes, they are.
Like
quarterback ones.
Quarterback one's going to have like a little ET looking thing, right?
In the back,
Like
tight end, D end, we already know. Bosa and Kittle, they both had them this year.
Running backs have those ones that were like very
Tony
interesting.
Pollard had.
Zeke and Tony Pollard,
Very interestingly built. So I think they're going to go that way instead of Guardians because there's a lot of dollars obviously on those.
Bingo.
A lot of dollars on helmets selling them and everything like that. So I don't know about that, but I thought he was only doing that because somebody told him that was in a position of power potentially that it was being discussed. That's how I'm kind of taking everything that Florio puts out. Florio is saying this because he's been told by somebody this is potentially happening. So that's what worries me.
Yeah.
That's the problem. So whenever we say Florio, don't tweet, that's us saying don't tell us anything. That's what
and he's in Kent right now with probably a lot of high-ranking NFL fans.
I'm not worried about that one. I wouldn't worry about the Guardian caps. There's money involved. You can't take like the helmet. You can't have it looking like that on the NFL, like in a real game.
Safe? Is that what you're saying? Can't look safe.
Don't care about the safe.
Stupid. I don't know. I mean, yeah. If you don't, you know what the most healthy thing for these guys? Probably if they don't play football, they don't hit each other.
That would certainly be a very healthy option. Which seemingly is never presented for a lot of people. You know what I mean? Somehow that is not an option for some people, and then they get really mad. But this all happens because the lawsuits and the horrific things that were happening to retired players. Like, I think there's a way to manage that in a human aspect way, as opposed to just fundamentally changing the game to change all that. I think we have advancements in
It's already done so much, though. Like, if you watch clips from 10, 12 years ago, there's hits every play where you're like, oh, that guy's he's kicked out of the game. Oh, there's a horse collar. There's head-to-head. Like, it happens all the time, so they've already done a good job of cleaning a lot of that stuff up.
You barely can touch them now.
We just saw it with Revis, though. Revis's first highlight in that top 10 is him knocking a guy out and Levante David getting an interception. Like, it has changed that much in 7 or 10 years, whatever the hell it was.
It was into the break and out of the break. The big hit that just happened before it, in slow motion. Guys, night, floating lifelessly through the sky. Down to the ground. And it was like, more of that, hopefully.
Hell yeah.
On the other side. And then they're like, James Harrison, if you do that, we'll fine you $1 million. He's like, what?
Won the Defensive Player of the Year.
But the NFL was saying,
perfect.
You've seen all these rules. Vontaze used to hit people in practice the same way I guess he used to hit people in public. And publicly, he hit somebody and changed them forever.
Yeah.
So
but you got to realize, when he first came into the league, we could hit like that. And then they paid him all this money and tell him, hey, you got to switch up the whole way you play.
Yeah. So, like, AJ was the same way. AJ talks about, hey, I'm taking this thing right through your Adam's apple, right? Not your chin. I wouldn't do that.
No.
I wouldn't do that. But he's talking about his forehead here. So the rest of his head, if it hits the Adam's apple, the whole.
I'm not aiming for there. I'm never aiming for that. No one's.
You're aiming Adam's apple.
Adam's apple.
No, lower than that.
Chest.
Next.
Sometimes the crown of your helmet could hit an Adam's apple.
So the back end's hitting jaw.
Jaw, for sure.
Okay.
But that was just like taught, right?
Yeah.
Helmet to chin. Helmet to ball.
Earhole. Earhole was taught all the time. Hey, you got to earhole that dude.
Blindside. Yeah. Hey, you need to earhole him. What's that mean?
That's a technique. That's absolute technique that was taught.
So he's not going to look at you, right? He's not even know you're coming, so he's looking the other way. So you
Smash
you got a target. It's the earhole there.
You'll see it.
But he doesn't know. He thinks somebody else is hitting him. And guess what you got? Wide open.
Yeah.
Green light.
Night.
Put him out.
Crush him.
Hey, he's a really good player, too.
Bingo.
Exactly.
Bingo. Put his ass down.
Cut off the head.
Slow him down.
Right.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Different
Look
game.
where it's at now. And the NFL will say we're only growing because of our rules changing.
That's what I don't get, too, though. It's like, Yeah, I understand they're trying to make it safer, and they can, grandstand on that and do whatever. But you can't. No one in the NFL is going into a game and be like, I had no idea I could get hurt playing today.
So what was that one? There was that one lawsuit that happened. What was it? It was a bunch of players, and then the movie Concussion came out.
Yeah,
and then there was like more stories coming out, and it was like a full-on PR
against.
Hey, these guys were kind of taken advantage of, and I think at one time they definitely were. Because guys probably had no idea what was happening.
Definitely not.
Who knows if science knew, I don't know.
And they weren't letting them get I think part of it too was they were trying to get benefits for their brain injuries, and a lot of guys were getting turned down and weren't getting disability and weren't getting things for that.
So definitely some fucked up situations happened, so that brings lawsuit.
Yeah.
That brings a lot of eyes, especially because the NFL, it's involved in it. It's former players. And then there was a lot of talking about them not caring about former players and everything like that. And there's still an outstanding insurance issue.
Yeah.
That needs to get figured out in 2023.
Yes.
With the amount of billions of dollars that are being negotiated. That is not a good look in this particular conversation. They're talking about like concussions and everything. How about we just get fucking vets insurance? You know what I mean? Like, that would help out